Okay, everybody, welcome to another OXFE meeting this beautiful day of 21 April 2013 at 6:15 p.m. Members in attendance: Airborne Cow, myself, Bisteria, Bonecrusher, Brox, Hayes, Dylan, Fullax, Io, Jack, Mookie, Moonshiner, Nomic, Rambo, Sooth, who just talked, VMAX, and White Fat. Hopefully, we'll get a couple more people that come in after the fact, but for now, this is what we got to work with. So first things first, clan finances. We have currently $634.32 in the clan finance sheet, which is great. So thanks for everybody that continues to donate. Actually, when we talk about clan finances, I made a new thread in the finance forum about a new invoice that we have coming up due in a little over a week, so due 1 May. I think it's something like $70 or $80 for our servers, so you guys take a look at that. There are the 32 slots going to be due, so Moonshiner, if you want to donate that money, or if you want to ask the clan to take over it or whatever, just let me know what you had in mind for that server. Um, Other things to talk about tonight. We wanted to talk about Sooth has requested Procon access. And Sooth is here, but I think he's eating dinner or something. Sooth, just chime in if you're here. Okay, yeah, who knows where Sooth is? Probably. Okay. Um, so basically, Sooth. Yeah, Sooth, are you going to be able to get back on your regular machine in like 10 or 15 minutes? Oh, well, you want to postpone this till next week when you can talk about it? Yeah, let's postpone this till next week, and for the love of God, turn off Mumble on your phone and go enjoy time with your wife. You don't have to be here. Yeah, have a good night. Have a nice date. Oh, uh, yeah, good meeting, everyone. All right, bye. Have fun. All right, so that's something to keep in mind. Basically, Sooth wants some Procon access. I think he would be a good fit for a Procon admin. He has been on very, very late at night, so like think 3, 4 in the morning. He's also been spending a lot of time looking up people that need to be banned between servers and stuff, and doing a lot of checking on the reports. And so this is something that he really likes to do, is kind of in his downtime help manage the ban list, and it would be nice if he had Procon, he said, to do that. So for about a week, let it stew over, think about it, and then we will discuss it for real at the next regularly scheduled meeting and vote whether or not this is something we want to do. Um, yeah, definitely go into this thread right here. I'll put it in Mumble for you. Go to that thread. This is the list of things that we want to talk about at the upcoming meeting. So right now I'm going off this list, and we're going to talk about everything on it today. But after the meeting, or make a note on a post just saying you want Procon access to be discussed at the next meeting or whatever, and we will talk about it at the next meeting. Or if you want to talk about it tonight, we can do that too. It doesn't matter to me. So do you want to talk about it tonight, or you want to wait a week? All right. So does Hayes want it too? Okay. Um, I have no problem with it. So you said that you needed Procon because there were not Procon admins on and the server needed to be restarted? Okay. Like about what time of day was it? Oh yeah. That is a huge dead time for Procon admins. Okay, um, we guys seem.
Channel Brox 3,215,052,482.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's figure out one person who wants Procon instead of all three, and then we can kind of do it staggered over the course of the next couple weeks. Get all of you in on it. But for now, let's only worry about getting one person trained and all that. So who wants to do it? What? All right. So IO or Mookie? Okay. All right, Mookie, you want to be a Procon admin? You're kind of getting volunteered here. You haven't been trained? Oh, we will definitely get you Procon trained. Don't worry about that. It's not a big deal. Okay. Uh, yeah, it's not hard. I know, everybody's like, I don't really care. Alright, Mookie, I'm going to move you up to another channel. We'll talk about you in private so we can talk shit about you, and then I'll bring you back down once we're done.
Mook Inuk moved to the C0X Iron
Okay,
Found by
thoughts
Asmo.
on Mookie being a Procon admin? He's on pretty often. I think he's, yeah, I
VNAF
totally trust his judgment.
735 entered channel.
The only fucking hey, God. I get it. I get it. We're gonna make him a Procon admin. Holy shit. Uh, the only problem I have with Mookie is sometimes he is quick to kick people. Like Mookie does not put
Dave
up with
entered
shit.
channel.
So if anybody at all gives him shit, he'll jump straight to a kick. So I just want to make sure that he knows that that's not okay just to kick random people because they're disagreeing with you. That's my only concern. Yeah, well, it's just the other night I saw somebody say something about the admins or something, and he like it was about 5 seconds before they got kicked from the server, and I didn't even think it was that bad. So I kind of like letting the pubs talk shit because they just get more and more irate if you don't kick them because they think that then nobody will kick them, and it's kind of entertaining. Okay, yeah. All right. Well, so looks like Mookie's going to be the next Procon admin. Does anybody have a nay and a reason why? Okay. Yeah. So Dylan, you said no. Was that a serious no? Oh wow, that's hot.
Mook Inuk moved in
Okay,
from the
Mookie.
C0X
Bad
Iron
news.
Found by Asmo.
Bad news, bud. You're everybody hates you. So now you're a Procon admin and you can't actually enjoy this game anymore. You have to be everyone else's bitch and fill out ban reports and do all the hard shit now. All right, Mookie. So we're gonna get you trained on Procon as soon as possible, and we'll get you the connection info and the password to the machine and everything. And yeah, the one that I have to copy and paste out of a text file on my desktop. Well, I guess we're lucky it's not a 32 character string of random letters,
Channel
numbers,
billing.
and
Link to
symbols.
lastpass.com.
That's hot. Yeah, I've heard of it. Okay. Um, so yeah, Mook, after the meeting, let's talk about your Procon and getting you that stuff. And Io and Hayes, when you are ready to get Procon, we'll vote on you too. So when you go, yeah, probably as long as you can avoid it, you're gonna want to, because it kind of sucks to do Procon, but it's not. But when people are like, you need to do this, you need to do this, sometimes you will become everyone's bitch because you are one of the few people that have access to do those things. So, yeah, when you guys are ready to get Procon access, just make a post in the meeting notes forum, and we'll put it on the agenda to be discussed. So it's up to you to come to me or the rest of the clan to figure out when you want this. So welcome, Mookie. You're about to play Battlefield a whole lot less. Just kidding, I actually like it, but whatever. Other things to talk about. Mumble. Brett, you want to give a speech on Mumble and the transition and plans for the future? So, moral of the story.
BoPK89 entered channel.
Yeah, Aaron. So, moral of the story is, you may wake up one morning and be disconnected from Mumble, and then when you try to reconnect to Mumble, it'll give you a certificate error again, just like what happened with this Mumble when we switched to this server. So if that happens again, don't worry about it. It's just me and Brett playing with the back end, and we'll get it fixed. Yeah, we'll keep the same name, we'll keep the same port number, all that stuff. So you guys shouldn't even notice, except for a cert error right at the beginning. Dylan. Exactly. I'm glad I'm getting this all on my stream right now, by the way. Um, no. Anyways, uh, so there are a couple more things on the meeting notes that we're supposed to talk about tonight. One of them is intra-clan scrims. Somebody suggested that we do scrims between each other. I don't think that's a bad idea on one hand, but on the other hand, I don't know that turning you guys loose against each other is going to be the best thing to do. And I think if it's done, we'll have to be very careful not to um, have the favorite players, people that always play with each other, play with a team that doesn't play with each other as often, and so it would be unfair. So, like, we'll have to split up Hayes and Io on opposite teams and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah. Ooh. Anyways, yeah, we can definitely make the server unranked. I wouldn't worry about game me though, for just a match here and there. Oh, okay. Uh, yeah. So as far as intra-clan scrims go, I'm not opposed to the idea. Maybe we turn like Friday night into intra-clan scrim night for something for like an hour or something. We draw hats out of or we draw name tags out of a hat, put together teams. If they look super uneven, then we'll balance it out manually. Something like that. And we'll do it on an unranked server. So everybody that's interested in intra-clan scrims on Friday, go into the scrim channel at we'll say 8 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, and we'll see if we can't get a couple of teams going, like a 4v4, or depending on how many show up. Um, so we could do it Sunday. What if we did it Sunday before the meeting? Because after, usually I try and schedule our clan scrims against other teams on Sunday after the meeting, and we have one tonight, so I don't want to. Well, yeah, let's say we'll try and do an intra-clan scrim every Sunday after the meeting, unless we have a real match to do. How's that sound? Okay. And it's going to be very informal, very relaxed. I don't, nobody needs to rage. It's going to be unranked. So if you end up and you're 1 in 30 for a KDR, it doesn't count against your stats at all. It doesn't matter. It's just get together, have fun, get some drinks going, everybody get a little drunk, get loose. Yeah. Okay. So the other thing on the meeting note thing is dedicated scrim team. So we have not ever had a dedicated scrim team in the past. But if we are going to continue to scrim clans here and there with any sort of frequency at all, I think it would be nice to have like a core group of 4 or 5 guys that I can count on, or that the clan can count on to definitely be there and show up and do their best. So what are thoughts on a dedicated scrim team?
Bone Crusher Max. GTGC you all Tama Rose.
See ya, Bone Crusher. Okay, so everybody likes the idea of a dedicated scrim team. We need somebody to lead it, and then we need volunteers to be on it. And I'm thinking we will, maybe we'll make another forum or something to organize practices and stuff. I mean, I don't want to get too into it if we're not in TWL, but I think it would be nice to get the framework in place before Battlefield 4, because when Battlefield 4 comes out, I would like to field a competition team. You know what I mean? So this will be a good way for us to kind of informally, number one, get that framework. Number two, get a solid group of people who want to practice and want to make this their thing. Okay. Well, I need some time to think about that and how we're going to handle that. So let's think about that and talk about the next meeting. Um, and as for tonight, we do have a scrim scheduled in 50 minutes. We are scrimming with Black Hearts Gaming at 7:30 Mountain Time. It's going to be in the rotative server. Uh, we have we have battled with them many times before. Well, maybe not many, but 2 other times. The first time we fought him, my internet was fucked up, and I didn't get to play, unfortunately, but I caught the stream, and I think we lost by 1 MCOM on the last map on the last round, so they barely snatched it away from us. And then the second time we fought him was sometime this week. We got 5 guys and did a 5v5, and we ended up tying them. So tonight at 7:30, we're going to go in, and hopefully we will secure a win. So they have said we can do a 4v4, 5v5, whatever we want to do. Right now, as it stands, if everybody in this channel wants to compete tonight, we're going to have way, way more people than they do. So what I said to the leader of Black Hearts Gaming is I don't want to tell anybody from my clan that they can't compete. So tonight's going to be kind of a special case. They're going to try and get on everybody that they can. And they're a medium-sized clan like us. But of course this is our meeting night, so we have more people on. But otherwise, generally, we have about the same number of people. So what they're going to do is they're going to try and get as many people for 7:30, and then if we have more people than them, then what we can do is we can send them a couple of ringers, and or we can do substitutions or something. But I want everybody to have a chance to play. So, and since this is going to be in an unranked server, it's just for fun. These guys are pretty nice. I've talked to them quite a bit over the past week or two, and they're very laid back. They're very chill. So, yeah. Yes. So that's actually how they found us, was through ACI. Well, I haven't decided yet. I don't think Squad Rush is going to be a good format for us this time because we have so many people. So right now I think we have, well, there's 21 people in Mumble minus the 4 people in AFK. We're looking at 17 people in this channel right now. Um, yeah, I think Car Kid Squad Deathmatch would definitely be a fair map to fight these guys on. Yeah, exactly. No, I was thinking, what about Conquest Small? And if we have like 32 people, maybe just a normal Conquest. But I would prefer Conquest Small. It's only got three flags. Say what? Usually about an hour long, so from 7:30 to 8:30 plan on it. So I don't really have a ton of experience with Small Conquest, but I'm assuming it'll be about the same game time. Yes, Small Conquest I think does have no vehicles on some of the maps. Like I know Grand Bazaar is no vehicles on Small Conquest, and or maybe it's only Humvees or something. Um, yeah. So Small Conquest probably tonight. Is everybody in the channel right now? Are they interested in playing tonight? Okay, so besides Jack, is there anyone who won't be able to make it at 7:30, which is in, you know, 45 minutes? Okay. Okay, so looks like we've got 12, 13, 14 people interested. I think we can work that. Okay, well let's plan on that at 7:30. Everybody that's interested, let's meet up and we will start the scrim at 7:30. Is there anything else we needed to talk about tonight? Anything? Oh yeah, Minecraft. John is not here unfortunately, so no Minecraft news. In Terra news, there's no news. We're going to postpone the ratification of the Terra Charter until next week because Kaloth, he said he had 3 exams tomorrow and he hasn't studied for any of them, so I forced him to get off Mumble to go do his homework. So that's why he's not here. Anything else we want to talk about? Floor's open. The 50. Yeah, it should be infantry. I like that idea. Let make the 100 into infantry only.
Sooth. Entered channel.
Well, I just don't want to get into a. I don't want to. I've seen the 100 self pop a few times. It's getting there. Well, my only hesitation is that if we change the 50 into infantry only, we don't get the quick join traffic, and so the servers don't self pop and they don't sustain. That's my big thing. So now that we have a regular player base, I'd hate to somehow ruin that by making it infantry only. I don't know. All right, so you want to go to like a 5-day trial from now till Friday or something? All right, let's vote on this. So change the 50 into infantry only for what, 1 week, starting tonight? Let's go down the line. Aaron, I'm gonna vote no. Tony, was Austin, Brox, 7-day trial. Dave, yeah, that's why I voted no. All right, Dave, Hayes, Dylan, what was that? Fullax, Io, Jack, Mookie, yeah, yes, we could.
Sooth. How do we quantify that the 7-day trial was a success?
Enough favorited people. Moonshiner, Nomic, Rambo, Sooth, VMAX. So there are pros and cons to going no infantry. The pro is going to be we don't have to worry about anti-tank script shitting out. Um, I think the anti-tank script has actually been pretty much fixed in the last few weeks by Procon updates. Um, he was adjusting his mic, I think, and it set it off. But so the upside is we don't ever have to worry about the tank. It doesn't ever even spawn. Um, the downside is I don't think anybody is going to be hitting the quick join button with infantry only selected as a preset. In fact, I would wager to say that probably less than 50 people on the entirety of Battlefield even use the infantry only preset. So we can pretty much, in my opinion, I think we can pretty much discount completely traffic from quick join. I think the only way to get it popped and to keep it popped is people joining from their favorites list. So infantry only is kind of a subset of hardcore, and yeah. All right, white fat is white fat not here? Okay. Anyways, so what did you think about this? You want to weigh in? Um, Go to our forums and post in the join forums if you want to join. So just so we can have a record of your interest, and then we'll accept you. But go ahead and tell us your opinion on this. Well, when I when I say quick join, when I say quick join, I'm not just talking about the quick join button. I'm also talking about somebody searching squad deathmatch mode all servers and then picking our server. I I mean it's not quite the same as quick join, but I think, I think that's also a huge source of traffic for us. And what I'm worried is since infantry only is not one of the check marks in the preset for the default search values. In fact, I don't even think people I mean, I don't even think most people know that they can search for infantry only. I think we're going to see such a significant drop off in traffic of people looking for squad deathmatch that they're just not going to bother with it. And the other thing, in my opinion, is there are so many no tank and no infantry servers in regular softcore anyways. Why would they specifically search out an infantry only when there are a myriad of other servers that are already running those presets by scripts or whatever to enforce it? So you have to check the box to get an infantry only server back, which is that's the big question. So does the 50 have enough traffic to sustain it purely from favorites list alone? I don't know. All right. All right. Well, the clan has spoken, and with only two nays, then we're gonna change the 50 into infantry only server. So we will give it a shot for 1 week. We'll reconvene at next week's meeting to see how it went. What would we say is the metric for success for this experiment? All right. Well, there are graphs available on GameMe of this server's population. We'll be able to directly compare how big of a drop off or how big of an increase or how
Channel
much it
Remax
stays the same.
735. Where is that?
So, okay, you can see a graph of all of our server traffic at xerxfe.gameme.com. There you go. So anything else we want to talk about? Ooh, that might be fun. Okay. You know what? I like that because this clan is a conquest clan. So I kind of feel like we're at a disadvantage going into a conquest game because that's what they do. It would be like asking them to scrim in Karkan Squad Deathmatch. But wasn't going to say anything. But I think CTF that's going to be neutral enough ground for both teams that it's not going to be an issue. Yeah, exactly. Um, okay, so the 50 is going to turn into infantry only. Can a Procon admin get in and make that server infantry only? I think it's in gameplay settings. It's one checkbox. You check it. I don't think we even have to restart the server. I think the next round that it plays, it becomes active. But I'm not in Procon right now. Plus, I'm streaming, so I don't want to get the password and log in and do all that. Yeah, Brett, please do that. Yeah, make sure you ban
Soothe.
White Fat for
Since I made it
hacking.
back to my desk, do you want to undouble that Procom question?
Oh, Sooth is back at home. I didn't even realize this. Sooth, you're back home, aren't you? Alright, so let's vote on Sooth becoming a Procon admin. I'm going to move you out of the channel. We'll talk about it.
Soothe.
Sooth
Move
is
to the
on
C0
at
Iron
very
Lounge
late
by
nights.
Atmo.
There's been at least 5 separate occasions in the past week where Sooth has needed somebody in Procon, but it's just been so late at night that nobody has really been on. Plus, he's taken huge initiative on himself to do our ban list and to make sure our ban list is enforced across all the servers. He's well trained in ban criteria. He's been through all the admin training. He definitely shows an aptitude for this, and I think he's a very level-headed person and would make a good addition like Mookie. So let's go down the line. Does anybody have any dissenting opinion they want to throw out on the table before we go on? Anything that's not obvious about him? He's going to watch these notes later and laugh. I think he's definitely a serial killer, and that's one of the pros for having him in Procon admin, because he'll give the axe to people. I am recording. I'm streaming because the Mumble recording thing is broken today. No, nothing? Alright, Aaron. Make Sooth a Procon admin. Yes, we're voting. Aye. Tony. Austin. Brox. Dave. Hayes. Dylan. Fullax. Io. Jack. Mookie. Moonshiner. Nomic. Rambo. VMAX. White Fat. Alright, let me move him back down.
Soothe.
Okay,
Move
Sooth,
from
you're a
the
Procon
C0
admin now.
Iron Lounge by Atmo.
I hope you're ready to stop playing Battlefield and do mostly adminning for the next rest of this game's life cycle, because that's what you're gonna do. So I hope you enjoy it. So Mookie and Sooth are our new Procon admins from this meeting. You guys come to me after the scrim sometime, or maybe sometime tomorrow, or talk to Brett about getting Procon access. And we need to train you guys, I think, to use the system, but it's not that bad. So in the coming few days, we'll get that worked out. Anything else we want to talk about? Did you hit submit? Yeah. Yeah. It makes you infantry only. Yeah. Yeah. Well, talk to the Procon people. But go ahead and uncheck vehicles and make it infantry only. Either way, I think Battlelog will be able to detect that there's no vehicles and it auto
Channel
makes you
Mukainu.
infantry only.
Don't see
And
why
so I think
they
the
could
infantry only preset is just an option in the config file to go ahead and tell Battlelog that you are infantry only and not letting it try to be smart about it. Alright, White Fat, I don't see your application. Oh, yes, I do. Alright, so welcome to the clan, Brodadiah. Anything else we want to talk about? Yeah. Yes, we're gonna do CTF in the rotative, so let's start filtering down into the rotative for about 30 minutes before the scrim. I think we're gonna do 3 of the new maps. Which new map do you not want to do? The ice map? No ice map? No railroad or ice map? Okay, no railroad then. Yeah, I was gonna say I fucking hate that ice map, but alright, we'll ask them and it'll be a surprise for you. It'll be a nice surprise for you in 30 minutes. Alright, so CTF tonight, 30 minutes. Let's start filtering in the rotative. That concludes the meeting tonight. Brett, did you have something to say? That concludes the meeting at 7:02 p.m. on